It's Kung Lao, Jax, Shang Tsung. How many ones are we talking about, Alan? You don't know their names.
What's up, everybody? Today we just got done watching the movie The Man with the Iron Fist 2, the direct-to-DVD sequel to the movie that was in the theater starring the RZA.
The beauty of iron lies in its ability to adapt.
Sequel still stars the RZA.
Sequel still stars RZA. That's something. This is an entirely new story. Nothing really carries over besides The Man with the Iron Fist.
Its openness to quick change. A good man is like iron.
This movie takes place in it's an ancient mining community where they're ruled by this guy who's the super, I've survived hangings and stabbings, I'm the ultimate fighter.
Just so you know what he survived, right? He survived getting his left testicle chewed off.
Master Ho rules this town. He's a ruthless man.
He runs this mining community, he has slaves, the main characters are slaves, and they rise up to overthrow him, and that's what the movie is about until the last 10 minutes of the movie. And the last 10 minutes of the movie ignores all of that and just goes apeshit. It just goes completely off the rails.
It's probably the best 10 minutes of the movie.
It is.
But this is the overarching plot here, The main plot, right? Super bad guy is mining these people, whatever, and there's a mysterious killer in the village killing girls.
He's sucking the souls out.
Sucking their chi out of them.
Yeah.
Chi, wrong movie. Wrong movie.
I say souls because there is a striking resemblance to Mortal Kombat in this.
The entire movie.
The entire movie.
He's sucking the chi out of them, and then the side story is that, years ago, there was this great warrior who was drinking some ancient water that was going to turn him into a super warrior. He stopped, and that's about the last you hear of him.
Yep, that's the last you hear of him.
That's the last you hear of him. Until the last 10 minutes of that movie where the plot switched.
Yeah, the plot completely switches.
Because the mining became minor, and the sacred water guy became the major plot of the movie.
Yes.
Am I in danger here?
We're all in danger here.
We bring up Mortal Kombat because, let's face it, the main character's name is actually Kung Lee.
Kung Lee.
Instead of Kung Lao, he looks like Kung Lao.
He
has a brother that looks like Liu Kang, fights like Liu Kang. He's also the ancient master of the Mantis style Kung Fu, which is also a Kung Lao variant in the PlayStation 2 game Deadly Alliance. He wears the same clothes. And now, that is a coincidence.
Coinky dink.
That's a little coinky dink.
Here's another one.
But now you have the Man with the Iron Fist, right? He's basically Jax. He is basically Jax. Let's think about it. He's Jax. And then, what really drives it home, they have Shang Tsung himself from Mortal Kombat, the movies.
I don't want to butcher his name.
I don't want to butcher his name, no. He plays, instead of Shang Tsung, his name is Zhang. His name is Zhang something. So you're like, oh, so he's not Shang now, he's Zhang. And lo and behold, full spoilers. I'm going to spoil this whole movie. I'm going to put a big spoiler alert on it. He turns out to be, of course, the villain who is sucking souls out of people. Instead of souls, it's chi. So, it is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Can you help us?
Arrest these traitors. What else you got?
You find out that years ago when they stopped the guys that wanted this sacred water, they stopped him, but they couldn't kill him because he was royal blood. So what they did was they made a way so he could never fight again. So that I guess they chopped his legs off.
They didn't even chop off if he had legs, I guess.
No, he didn't have legs.
Oh, he didn't have legs?
No, he didn't have legs. So they chopped his legs. They chopped his legs off from his knees or from here or somewhere because they made a joke that
he could use his dick.
Yeah, he could use his dick. So I know he wasn't paralyzed. So they must have chopped from here down, I guess. Shang Tsung is there in his wheelchair. He's the mayor of this mining town. He's oh cool, whatever. He meets the Man with the Iron Fist, and the Man with the Iron Fist doesn't know who he is. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna make you some iron legs so we can stop this. The leader of the mining town, which is supposed to be this ultimate bad guy that can't be killed. Right, so he's supposed to stop him. And Shang Tsung's like, alright, you make me some iron legs, let's get it. He makes some iron legs, Shang Tsung gets upset because he can't walk right or something, and he walks away. That's the last we see of him at that point. Then we get to the big finale battle,
Yes.
which is literally balls to the walls.
Yes. This whole movie is really boring. There's not many fight scenes. There's like a couple of fight scenes that last about maybe a minute between the brother and the mine owner. And then there's a little itty bitty fight between the main character Kung and the mine owner, which is about was maybe a little bit longer, but it was a good fight. You know,
Right,
it was
yeah.
decent. But then the end, as Shang Tsung switched gears, as everything switched gears, it turned into this crazy, over-the-top Rikki-O style of just blood, people blowing up, body parts flying, like.
It was ridiculous.
Shang Tsung had metal legs, and he's fighting the man with the iron fist, and it's like, what the fuck just happened?
I can stand with you all.
And out of nowhere, drops from the heavens, Shang Tsung with his iron legs.
To rescue the movie. He said,
dropped
this movie
down.
is mine, and I don't care who wants to get in my way.
And you know what? To quote him in Mortal Kombat, it had begun.
Yes!
Kung Lao, he beats up Kung Lao with his new iron legs, jumps away from Kung Lao, grabs Kung Lao's daughter, sucks her soul, and instead of saying, your soul is mine, he said, you're mine. He couldn't say souls, I guess, or something.
That would have been too coincidence.
So he went, and he sucked her soul out, and I don't even know what it does for him. It didn't even say what it does for him.
That,
I didn't say what it does for him. It must have been just Shang Tsung.
that's one of the underlying problems because we have no information. This movie gives us no information about anybody. Like if you don't see the first movie, you don't know who the RZA is. You don't know what happened. They kind of show you in a little bit of flashback, but you don't get the whole story. Even Kung and his family, you don't know who they are. Apparently, his daughter was a healer.
And
I didn't see her heal nobody.
He was, I guess, a legendary warrior that
Yeah.
chose the way of peace after
They
that.
hint that he was. They showed like a really quick scene where he has a horrible wig, and then he kills like a lot of people, and it's like that was my old time, and then that's it. And that's all you hear of. You don't hear of what happened, who he is,
Why'd he stop?
why he stopped. You don't know. We don't know. There's no information. Acting, everyone was pretty good. Actually, for a low budget movie, it's not that bad. It's actually
Yeah.
filmed really well. The RZA does the music himself, so the music's actually pretty good.
If you like the RZA's music, if you like his work that he's done in Afro Samurai.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Afro Samurai. That was pretty much the first thing that came to mind when you hear it, because it's like that ancient Chinese music mixed
Like
with
hip-hop.
rap music and hip hop, and it works really well for what's going on. But his acting is atrocious. Thank God he does not talk much in it.
RZA, you know, for someone the movie's about, right? The RZA's in both of the movies for a total of maybe like an hour.
Yes,
Because he's barely in both the movies.
Yeah, he is barely in it.
I think he knows that he doesn't know how to act.
Yes, because he goes there, he's like, I'm gonna make you weapons, but I'm not gonna make you weapons. And then he goes ahead and makes the weapons.
What you choose to do with them.
It's up to you. He's like, they're farming tools, but you can kill them, man. So you just made me a weapon. Like, you could just say it, you just done it.
Kung Lao is played by Dustin Nguyen, who is from, if you know 21 Jump Street, he's from the TV series 21 Jump Street. He's also an artist on the Batman comic books. If you read the Batman comic books, he also does art on that. And he does a really good job acting for someone that I don't think has acted in a long time.
Yeah, he was pretty solid. He was pretty solid.
I don't remember the last time I've seen him in a movie.
I mean, everyone's acting was solid. I mean, for what it was, you know,
Right.
it's a direct-to-DVD. This isn't a high-budget movie, so it's cool.
Co-produced by Eli Roth.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. I was not mad at the movie. I mean, it was a little draggy and boring in the beginning, but once the shit got happening. It was,
I'm going to tell you 100% what I did in this movie. I watched the movie. I was like, it's alright. That's dragging now. And then once in my mind, like, I realized that guy looks like Kung Lao. I was like, you know, it's just Mortal Kombat to me
Yes,
now.
you got it.
And I probably like the movie a lot more because of that.
movie, but just the end of it falls into the so bad it's good category because it was just so crazy and nothing made sense, but it was so amazing to watch. Like, I forgave all of the bad acting, I forgave the long dialogue and all that shit just for I forgave it. I said, thank you for that gift because you saved yourself from drowning. You can even make more of them because this could be one single story. The first one was one single story. And they could just keep doing these little itty bitty stories of every time he goes to another place and then does crazy shit.
Yeah, really.
And I liked it, you know, for a low budget movie, for like a drink, if you want to sit down, have some food, have some drinks, have some friends over to laugh, it's a good movie. I think it's fine.
You know, I enjoyed the movie for that, and then the ending just put it a notch higher I mean, it's something to watch. If you've seen the first one, you know, might as well check out
You
the
might as
second
well.
one.
It is on Netflix already.
This one has more of a old school kung fu movie feel than the other one did. The original did.
Yeah. There's not as much supernatural
Right.
elements either.
And I think that has to do with the fact that it is a lower budget movie, so
Yeah.
it had, you know, it kind of called back to that.
You have limitations too with
Right.
everything. Yeah, there's not too much supernatural besides the ending, but the supernatural element does not come to play until the end. Like there is no supernatural element in the movie at all until the last 10 minutes.
Right. You know, you have the whole mystery of who's sucking chi out of people, but that could have been anything.
And they don't even really, that's not even really the main story, because they show that once in the beginning, and then it doesn't come back up until
Right.
the end of the movie.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like they switched gears on it because it was about the mining, and then all of a sudden it turned to Shang Tsung's movie.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did want to see the mining leader guy. I guess I wanted to see him do better. I wanted to see him actually, you know, be the villain that he was made out to be.
Yeah, because he also had his henchmen do a lot of them.
Right.
His henchmen do a lot of the fighting.
And I mean, it sucks that, you know, he got his rug stolen from right under him.
Yeah, they built him up just
They
to
built
have
him up and then killed
swoop.
him like that.
They just
I'm
took
like,
the rug and they took his whole career right from him.
And at that point, I was like, really? That's how we did him? And then all of a sudden, Shang Tsung came into play, and I was like, never mind.
Which makes you beg the question, why wasn't he just the villain?
Why do we need?
Why do we need
that?
all that? You could have just
I
had
don't
him. If that's what you were leading up to, you could have just had him.
Oh man, I'd probably give this a B minus C plus.
I was thinking probably a solid B. Because, it's a B movie. It's a good, solid, you sit on the couch, you put Netflix on. It is on Netflix already. It is on demand services. But if you have Netflix, I would recommend watching it. If you like martial art films, if you like over-the-top violence for the last 10 minutes, and, then it's decent. It's serviceable.
Better, like you said, better than it should have been.
Oh yeah. When you think of like a direct-to-DVD from a high-budget movie that didn't do so well, it's like, oh shit. But we went into that thinking, oh shit, I can't believe they did this, and then it was like, oh, it's not too bad, and then it's like, oh wait a minute.
You know, watch it if you have Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, video on demand. If you don't have video on demand, it'll probably be on TV
It'll
soon
probably
enough.
be on TV, on Spike TV probably.
Spike TV or Robert Rodriguez channel if you have that, all right.
yes,
You got
probably.
one of those two channels.
Quest for inner peace.
Check it out. Thanks for watching.
See ya.